Good evening and welcome. As many of you know, I've been unemployed for a little while now, and I've been spending a lot of time looking for new opportunities, so I haven't had much time to prepare for a speech, so forgive me. In fact, many of you may know in my previous life, I used to sell philosophy for a living, and I really struggled to get an audience together. Until my brilliant wife one fine day said to me, you know, most of the people think you're a big ego, but the people you hang around with, they love to party. So I thought, you know, what better to have a party to get an audience to listen to me speak? So you're actually all here under false pretenses. You're going to hear a bit of philosophy from me. So thank you for coming here. So I'll start with the very basics of philosophy. You know, the very basics is that life begins with a struggle. And it really is. I mean, in fact, Eastern philosophers say that you're born of struggle and life's a journey. And in fact, it would be great to make that journey without too many bumps in the road. So it's very important to actually celebrate some milestones. And today is a special milestone. It's the year 2015. Now, does anyone believe in numerology here? Anyone? If you add 2015 up together, what do you get? Number 8. Now, many of you also know I've been spending a lot of time in China. And the Chinese tell me that number 8 is a special number. It means long life, it means eternity, it means success, doesn't it? David? Yep. So number 8, what's so special about this year? This year, my father turns 85 years old, so give him applause. Yeah. This year also, I've been working for 25 years in the same career. So 25 years is a long time. And I should also mention to you all, this year, I actually turned 50. But before I forget, I just remember now, actually, it's also my 25th anniversary, sorry. And the reason I remember this, just last week, I was at Bondi Shopping Centre, and I bumped into an old friend. And he said to me, he looked at me, and he looked again twice, and he said, Suren, what happened to you? You used to be such a dude at university. And I looked at him and I said, John, you know, after 25 years of marriage, you too will become a sub-dude. So, I'm actually here to talk about philosophy. And I think since we're talking about anniversaries, the philosophy of marriage, and I'll tell you a little bit about, maybe a lot of you may want to know about how Mageshri and me first met. What have I learned from marriage? And what can I tell you about Mageshri? So, hopefully Suresh is there, so I hope you're not going to be embarrassed. So, I guess the first lesson I learned about philosophy in marriage was that when a person in marriage surrenders to his wife when he's wrong, he's an honest person. When a person surrenders, when he's not sure, he's a wise person. But when a person surrenders, even if he's right, he's a husband. And I think his name is Surrender as well. So, anyway, I guess you want to know about how Mageshri and me first met. So, many of you may know about South Africa and how dangerous it is in South Africa. Anyone been to South Africa? You know how violent it is? And I see a lot of Indians in the room as well. And many of you know how Indian marriages work, right? You're all familiar with how Indian marriages work? It's a real crime, right? So, the first time I went to South Africa, I actually had a gun put to my head. Seriously. And that was from Mageshri's father, imposing me to bury his wife. But on a serious note, in fact, it was a crime. It was a crime that led to our marriage. It was a meeting of minds, the genius that was Mr. Ellen Naidu, and the victim that was my father, and they both got together and planned for us to meet. And I guess after the forced meeting and long distance, huge phone bills, and that was a serious financial crime, our paths went across, and here we are today, 25 years later. So thank you. So I guess the question is, what have I learned from marriage? And I guess because I'm into philosophy, I've learned about the philosophy of success from marriage. Now, as you know, having a background in financial advice, I look at everything in numbers and financially. But to me, success cannot be measured in monetary terms. Success to me is about commitment. It is about unity. It's about sacrifice. It's about care. And it's about unconditional love. And that's what I've learned most of all. And most importantly, everything that leads to destruction of the ego is success. So what have I learned? I've learned about the size of my ego, and at least be aware of it. And very importantly, you cannot achieve success without standing on the shoulders of giants. And we have many giants to thank. From my father, from the very early beginnings, from Magistri's parents, from clients that have become friends, from friends that have become business partners, and for each and every one of you in this room that have given us some time and attention, you all have made our lives a success. So thank you to you all. So I guess the question is, let's tell me what I've learned from marriage. You may want to know a little bit about Magistri. And she's usually very shy, so I can't say too much. Except for the fact that everything you see in this room, everything you see on me, every detail is Magistri. And it would be unfair to attribute any of that to me because it is all Magistri. My two beautiful daughters, Monika and Kamara, that's Magistri as well. In fact, I'm proud to say both of them, in fact, this year South University, and each of them take after each of us, one studying genetics and nutrition, and the other will be studying philosophy, economics, law, and whatever else that I've looked at. And the smiles you see on me is Magistri, but also the contrary is also true. Life is a struggle, and success is defined as when you put in the effort and you get past all of the issues and you can look back and celebrate. That's success. So thank you, Magistri. So, for many of you in this room, they look a bit confused when you're talking about my wife like this. You probably want to know a little bit about women, right? So again, luckily, I spent a bit of time in China. And I went and visited some Chinese scientists. And they said to me they've done a lot of research on women. In fact, they said they've actually analyzed the woman's brain. And they've done various things. I won't mention what they've done to the woman's brain, but what they've discovered, and there's a lot of doctors in this room, by the way, and you know there's two parts of the brain, right? There's the left side and the right side. Now, I hope I get the research right here, because they found that on the left side of a woman's brain, there was nothing right. And when they looked at the right side of a woman's brain, they found there was nothing left. Hence, you understand the conundrum of woman. But before all of you get upset in this room, I'll leave you the wise words of Magistri. And she said the best thing about marriage, when you ever have a problem, it's all about mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. So enjoy the night. Have fun, guys. There's a lot to have tonight. Thank you very much.